So we'll do it to a mountain, increasing the number of mountains he'll need to hit Valcute activation. If we do the Valcute and we don't find a blue land, we'll have to Tectonic Edge of Valcute, and we'll have wasted our Spreading Seas besides the cantrip effect. We really need to see a blue land here, preferably untapped. So he goes for the... I hope he doesn't have hair. He does have Harrows. That is extremely strange and bad for us. So it goes through. We can't do anything about that. That is really bad. So we're pretty much just dead here, unless he has nothing in his hand, which makes no sense. So this is pretty bonkers. Goes with the Titan. Now we can Day of Judgment. If he has nothing after that, we'll be fine, but he should have something. That's another problem. Oracle will die. And Colony Heart Expedition. It's looking really bad for us right now. Primal Titan on top. Couldn't get any worse. Or good. Normally I'd concede here, but when you're playing to win, you gotta keep going if there's any chance you'll survive. If we want to survive, there's very little chance, but the best chance would probably be using Gideon this turn. I'm sorry, no, that's not actually a good idea at all. We're going to have to keep our Flash Freeze up for his Titan. Hope his Summoning Trap misses. We'll still probably lose. Although we should actually hit one of his Valcutes right now. Okay, does he have a... Okay, he doesn't have anything actually. Or he has a Lightning Bolt. So we drew Summoning Trap. We're going to get trapped as soon as we play our Flash Freeze on his Titan. Hopefully he'll whiff or hit something that doesn't matter, like a Avenger of Zendikar, which you can Wrath away. Oh, he's just going to save it for now. Okay, well, we can try to make him force him to use it now. We'll go for killing that. He uses it. Spell Pierce doesn't do anything. And he whiffed. That's really interesting. See, technically we have chances to survive here, but we're going to need an insane amount of luck to get through this. So there's an island. It's nice. Would have been nice to have earlier, but we really can't complain about that now. He draws a land. There's Primeval on top. So our mana leaks are going to become worthless pretty quickly here. This Oracle is really getting on my nerves, but we can't tap out to kill it because we're just going to die to his Titan in hand. There's a land. I really wish we had these earlier. We'll pass back to him because we know he has Titan in his hand. We'll have two soon. This is not a winning position for us still. Oh, there's another Summoning Trap. Okay, if we hit it with a Spell Pierce here, we force him to crack his Verdant Catacombs, which will get rid of this Titan. And then we can counter it with a Mana Leak, and that'll leave Flash Freeze up next turn. So that's the play. We'll let him resolve the spell pierce. So I paid for it, then we'll mana leak it. We got a Primal Titan on top still anyway, so not looking good, not looking good at all. Gets to attack us again with Oracle Moldaya. If we draw a land here, we can play our Day of Judgment to get rid of the Oracle and hold up a Flash Freeze. But no such luck. Rather than play another turn with Oracle Moldaya and play until I've drawn a Cultivate. It's not good at all. So, we really don't want him to be able to cultivate here. It's going to be a real problem for us. But we can't afford to use any of our counter spells on it, so we gotta let it go through. And there's another Titan on top of his deck. Now his Valkyrie is going to be active as soon as he gets it. He's not swinging here for Fear or Condemn, or he just made a mistake. And there's another card that's not useful right now. In fact, it probably won't be useful for the rest of the game, so this is really not looking good. And he has more land on top of his deck. Putting the final nails in the coffin here. So this Arzana Kozilek. And that is game, because if we he'll get his Titan. We can Wrath, but he'll have Valakut active, Calling Heart and Evolving Wilds, and we'll be dead. So we'll just make him kill us here. Where's F6? Because we're not going to be able to, there's nothing to counter. That won't matter. Even if he does have a Explore, this game's pretty much over. We don't have any outs. There we go. 12 damage there. And we lose the game. It was really disappointing and bad luck to not see that land, but that happens sometimes. Sideboarding on the play is the same as on the draw, so we're going to submit. Let's see if we can win this game. Yes. Wow, this hand is really, really, really very bad. It's really disappointing. We do have the Jace, but if we draw sets of land, see, this is the worst type of opening hand. You could justify playing this, but if you just draw another 1 or 2 lands, you could just really just lose right there. This guy's playing conservatively, so I actually think I'll keep this. The whole first game, the second game, he didn't play any ramp at the beginning of the match, so I think he's trying to play around counter spells. If we can resolve a Jace before he can threaten an active Titan, we'll be fine, and just a few more spells, this will be fine. So I'm not sure on this keep, but I'm going to do it. This is really just the worst type of hand. It's right on the border of mulligan, and you hate to have those. You want to have a clear-cut keep or a clear-cut ship back, and it's just not fun to have these. And there's a Gideon, which is not really relevant right now. We'll have to hope he's not drawing anything relevant either. So he's going for Lotus Cobra here, which is a real problem. He has a summoning trap. We're pretty much dead unless he whiffs. But if we don't counter this, it's gonna be a big problem. We're gonna have some big problems. Still, I think we're gonna have less problems if he has a summoning trap, so we'll let him have it. It's a real big bummer there. So we get Preordain, we get to see some stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to dig out of this. Maybe get a Flash Freeze. We can also use a Day of Judgment too. We're going to want to kill this. So, Preordain and a Colonnade. I don't want to see either of those right now. I'm going to be playing the Scalding Tarn to keep up Mana Leak. I'm not going to have the time to play Preordain in this game. I'm not going to have the time to play Colonnade right now. Okay, so there's an island. I'll pass back to him. So if he doesn't play anything relevant next turn, or if he does play a ramp spell that we can counter, we'll Mana Leak it. We can play the Jace then, and then bounce his Cobra, keeping him off a Titanite, hopefully. Cobra only adds 1 mana with a fetch land if he's played the same turn. Otherwise, he adds 3 mana. So, I'm sorry, 2 mana. We'll pause it. We're back. We'll see how this goes. It's not looking good for us right now at all. So if our opponent has a fetch land, he can play Explore without worrying about Mana Leak. And Explore is very good with Lotus Cobra in play. It's a real problem. Our best hope is that he doesn't have any more lands and just kept the hand with Lotus Cobra, Force Valkyrie, and other cards he can't play. I don't think I'm hoping for too much though by asking for that. There you go, so that's going to be worth 2 mana. Let's see if he makes any mana off the triggered ability. He does. Looks like he's going to Cultivate. We do have our Mana Leak.